Hello guys, in this video I will review Matt Diavella's course Master YouTube. You'll get a solid idea what the course is all about, how it's structured and if it's the right course for you. I'll share 3 of my key learnings and give you some recommendations on gear. Alright, let's go. I'm accessing the course. Let's have a quick overview. Don't worry, we'll dive deeper just in a minute. In the first chapter introduction, you get a general idea how to work with this course and how to get started on YouTube. Chapter Get Clear on Your Vision dives into what success on YouTube depends on, how to beat the algorithm, and how to build a content strategy. Build a Foundation covers things like how to name your YouTube channel, how to set up YouTube, what gear to use at different stages like beginner with low budget, intermediate, and then expert, and then what software to use for editing. Later in the course, Matt talks about how to develop unique ideas, how to optimize your workflow, and how to create effective thumbnails and titles. He talks about how to tell better stories and how to transform your ideas into good videos. Matt dives deep into editing, talks about how to edit twice as fast, how to make your videos less boring, and how to grow an audience on YouTube. What I really liked is that Matt illustrates his ideas with a made-up character. His name is also Matt.
Hey, what is up my friends? Welcome back to Biceps by Matt.
This guy is into fitness and mindfulness.
You're shaking it, you're shaking it, you're shaking it, you're getting those biceps working out.
And he wants to set up a channel called Biceps by Matt. There's a workbook to the course that you can download, and there are many useful exercises that help you get clear on your vision and make better decisions. The course has a community page where you can connect with other creators and exchange ideas. To be fair, I haven't used it too much because I started the course 1 to 2 months later because of some health problems. If you don't know who Matt is because you're living under a rock, Matt is a filmmaker, minimalist, productivity nerd, and he loves to show off with coffee b-roll. Many people in the comments under his videos make remarks about his huge biceps. In an interview, even Gary Vee made a comment about that.
Right now, you're in massively good physical shape. I think you just are. I'm impressed.
I did biceps today, so.
I'm impressed.
He's well known for his 2 documentaries on Netflix about minimalism. Matt doesn't wash his jeans and he wears the same t-shirt for years. To be fair, he has like 30 t-shirts of the same kind. Sometimes he spices things up with his mustache. Right at the beginning of the course, you learn how to make really good coffee b-roll. Matt gives advice on what coffee makers to buy and what filters to use. Matt very convincingly explains the correlation between your YouTube growth and the quality of your coffee b-roll. Guys, jokes aside, it's not actually part of the course, but you know, coffee b-roll is really cool, so don't miss out on that. At the beginning of the course, you're getting confronted with the idea that growth doesn't come easy. There's rarely something like overnight success, even though we love to romanticize this idea. Matt tries to balance expectations with reality. A realistic expectation is that only your mom, your 2 friends, and your dog will watch your videos for a very long time, nobody else. Growth isn't linear, but most of the time it's exponential. And the problem is, many people don't stick to a project for a very long time. In the following, you see how long it took Matt to grow from 0 to over 3 million. Only thing you should focus on is consistency and getting better each and every video. Sounds boring, but consistency is what will bring you to rough times. It's easier to focus on 1 video each week and 52 videos in 1 year than, I don't know, than to focus on a subscriber goal to the end of the year. If you're not intending to be consistent, then why even try? At this point, I have to add, it depends on how you would like to treat YouTube. You could treat YouTube as a hobbyist or as a professional. If you're doing it more like a hobby, it's okay, you don't have to focus at all. If you like to do it professionally, then I guess you're leaning more towards the business side, and consistency is the main driver for growth and your best friend. Many times we lose ourselves in the idea of applying some little tricks. We are looking for shortcuts, but you have to understand that little tricks and shortcuts, there are no shortcuts, and they will damage our integrity over time, because people will dislike us and overall it seems pathetic. Make good videos that you're proud of, or as Carl Newport would put it, be so good that nobody can ignore you. And over time you will have success. Matt has this video about 3 keys on success, and he talks about hard work, persistence, and experimentations. And even Matt's company, Slow Growth, reminds him and should remind us that growth takes time, and be patient, my friend. In the chapter Vision, you learn how to figure out your key direction for your channel. There are exercises that help you to clarify what niche to start in versus do you even need a niche? I found one particular exercise very helpful. Basically, it's like that. You analyze the channels you're following and you're trying to figure out why are you following them? What do they offer? What do you like about them? And what makes them special? And through that exercise, you can understand what resonates with you. The things that resonate are things that you're looking up to and maybe that you could integrate into your own channel as well. There are many different ways how to present your content. A very common format is the talking head video. You sit in front of a camera, you show only A-roll, you're talking, and that's pretty much it. Then you have vlogging style. You have your camera, your tripod in front of you, you're going around and showing what your day looks like. Then you have different styles like interviews, where you have the interviewer and the interviewee. Then you have the documentary style. It's something that Matt uses a lot. So documentary style means you document your day, you document the situation in a wholesome way. You have A-roll, you have B-roll shots that show the scenery, but you have also some graphics that you put into it. You have animations and all of that. At this point, you have to figure out what works best for you. Matt follows the documentary style as he can stimulate the viewer with a lot of visuals and capitalize on his filmmaking skills. The main goal is to keep the viewer engaged, and how you do that, that's up to you. Before starting on YouTube, you have to figure out your name. Basically, the easiest thing to do is just pick your real name and don't overthink for ages. If your real name is already taken, or if it's hard to remember, hard to write, then it could be a good idea to figure out some fictional name. Matt has a made-up character in this course that tries to visualize key ideas. Character in Master YouTube calls his course Biceps by Matt. What sounds cool and all at the beginning, but you have to think, is it actually good enough to expand into different areas, or would it be difficult? Are you bound to fitness, or could you maybe do something else with that? Another consideration that I had, should I speak in German or in English? I'm from Germany, and it would be easier to just speak in German. In countries where people speak German, I theoretically could only reach 120 million people. On the other side, if I speak in English, I could have a theoretical audience of around 3 billion. It's true, guys, production quality is important, but don't get overwhelmed with that. Just start on a budget and then improve over time. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on gear. As Matt puts it, best camera is the camera you mastered. You could add the best camera is the camera you already have. We already have a very, very good camera in our pocket, our phone. Just use it, start with that, and then upgrade over time. You have to know, people are very forgiving if your video is bad, but they're not so forgiving if you have bad audio. There are a lot of different editing programs you could use. There is, for example, Premiere Pro by Adobe. There is Final Cut Pro. There's also DaVinci Resolve. All of them are very good, so it's up to personal preference. DaVinci Resolve can be downloaded for free. I went for Premiere Pro because I have the Adobe CC package and it's included. Again, you don't need all the fancy software, just go with what you have. Successful YouTubers with million subscribers still use iMovie. Simple production workflow. Matt explains his workflow in this chapter, and it was one of my most favorite chapters in the whole course. Structure can help you to speed up the process, but also it helps you to get clarity in this chaos. It starts with brainstorming, coming up with ideas, write a script, film, edit, and then review and publish. Coming up with original and good ideas is one of the most difficult things, especially if you're facing a blank page. In the chapter Content Strategy, Matt explains a very helpful process that can help you to come up with good ideas. His approach helps to build a content strategy for months in advance. I use the app Notion to sort all my ideas. As I have them, I write it down, and over time I can improve them, refine them, and use them. You have to tell a compelling story that delivers the message, is interesting, and also keeps the viewer engaged. As Aristotle put it, every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Pace, visual stimulations, and sound can keep your audience engaged. In Master YouTube, you learn how to create engaging stories and how to transform good ideas into great videos. A-roll only could seem boring and lazy. Mix it up, add B-roll, add sound and music. Title and thumbnail tell a story. And your task as a creator is to keep this promise. If your title and thumbnail say one thing, but you in the video talk about something different, it could be seen as clickbait and people didn't sign up for that. Nobody will watch till the end. In the first 10 to 20 seconds, you need a hook that catches the interest of your audience so that they keep watching and stick with it. Matt hooks are very good. He puts a lot of effort into it. If your analytics say that people stop watching around the 20 to 40 second mark, it could be the case that you don't keep the promise, that your hook was weak, or that your content overall is maybe boring. So you need to improve. Filming yourself is one of the most challenging tasks. It's also a reason why I bought this super expensive Sony camera. The camera I had before, it had no autofocus, and I taped the floor so I know how far away I have to sit from the camera so I'm in focus. Gear with autofocus is very recommended, don't miss out on that. I use my little flip out screen to monitor myself, and I follow the rule of thirds. I try to be right in the middle of the frame. If you're using a light, place your light in a 45-degree angle away from you, and then you're good to go. I bought the course because I love Matt's style and the way how he communicates effortlessly. Would I buy it again? 100%. I learned a lot and I would absolutely recommend it to you as well. Content is high-end and I rewatch the videos and the course material every week, sometimes every day. The course costs $295 US, and for me personally it's a no-brainer. I would definitely get it. Matt releases around 2 cohorts per year. Check slowgrowth.com or just check his videos at Matt Diavella on YouTube to get informed when the next cohort comes out. After you complete the course, it's time to start your own journey. It's okay to consume content by Matt Diavella, by Peter McKinnon, by Ali Abdaal, but instead of copying how they are doing it, now your task is to find your own style that fits your personality and your niche. Publish videos, find a tribe, and be yourself. Don't spend all your time promoting your videos on social media. You should spend the majority of your time figuring out how to improve editing, how to make better videos, how to tell more interesting stories. It's time to create.